This is Professor Nagendra Akula. I am Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, St. Peter's Engineering College. Today our topic is sliding contact bearings. Sliding contact bearings. In this sliding contact bearings, we are having different types of bearings. So different types of bearings, those bearings we are having this bearing when it's mainly the purpose of the bearings we are going to using to reduce the friction. That is the main function of the bearing. So in our contents today we will talk about sliding contact bearings, introduction, sliding contact bearings advantages and disadvantages, and classification of sliding contact bearings, journal bearings, hydrodynamic bearings, lubrication bearings, lubricants and their properties, lubricants and journal bearings applications, and journal bearing problem. We will see that. In this sliding contact bearings, bearing is it is a machine element. It is a bearing is a machine element and it is used to support that shaft, whatever it may be, either in rigid or rotating member. Okay, so this shaft, whenever they suppose example you take that crankshaft, so between the ends of the crankshaft we are going to supporting the one bearing. So like that the bearing is the machine element. So and whenever that shaft is rotating inside of the bearing, that is that we can define that bearing. It is a stationary member and it is fixed in the one frame or housing under the relative motion of two members in two directions, minimum friction. I already discussed to reduce the friction of the bearing and also prevent the motion of the direction of the applied load, and another one more important, the bearings are classified, or there are so many types of bearings are classified, and important categorized is one is that sliding contact bearing, another one is rolling contact bearing. First one is, now we are going to discussing about sliding contact bearing. The sliding contact bearings generally surface, it is to be contact with the surface. Okay, and coming under lower kinematic pair. This is going to be connected to that lower kinematic pair. So sliding contact bearing, what are the advantages and disadvantages? So this sliding contact bearings, some of the advantages will be there comparatively the rolling contact bearing. Now first one is the design of the bearing and housing is simple. So I told we can fix that this one is that two ends of the shaft. So the design is very simple and it will be occupy the less space, very less space, but more in compact. Okay, and compared to the rolling contact bearings, the cost is very less. So very less, and the design is simple, simple in construction. We can operate very silently compared to the rolling contact. Whenever we are operating rolling contact bearings, we will get that sound. Okay, and it will absorb that good shock load and capacity. It will absorb good shaft load and capacity. Generally, these are ideally suited for medium and high speed operations. So very high speed operations, suppose we are going to fixing this sliding contact bearings in turbines. Okay, and at the same time we are having disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of this one? The frictional power loss is more. So frictional power loss, whenever frictional frictional power loss will be there, there will be absorption of power will be the more. that is that indirectly we are going to telling power loss is more. They required good attention. So whenever the shaft is rotating in the bearing, so we have to lubricate that bearing because of to reduce the friction. Another one more important disadvantage is they are normally designed to carry the radial load or axial load only. So radial load or axial load only, this is one of the disadvantages of this sliding contact bearings. So what are that sliding contact bearings classifications of sliding contact bearings? So this is generally based upon the type of load carried out, one thing. Another one is based on the type of lubrication. Okay, based on the whether it is type of lubrication, we are going to categorizing. Okay, and one more thing we are going to load. It's a very most important thing is the load. Wherever any machine element load, whether it is axial load or radial load. Okay, another important is lubrication mechanism. Which pressure lubrication are so many types of lubrication systems are there. So thus which lubrication it is going to be applicable, and what are the bearing classification based on the load carried. So suppose which load, suppose radial bearings. So radial bearings we are going to radial load we are going to use in that's way. This is the classification of radial bearings. And B is the thrust bearings. Thrust bearings generally it is thrust means you can directly applied, we can say that thrust load, only one direction we can apply that load. Whereas the radial load and thrust, whenever the shaft is rotating, there will be rotating of the shaft over there. Radial load, radial means it is rotating the shaft. At the same time radial load is going to be applied. At the same time thrust load is also applied. So then the bearings are called as radial thrust bearings. So you see that some of the figures I am going to showing how that radial bearings will be there. So that the shaft is fixed on one other end and this end there will be a bearings are arranged. The shaft is rotating. See that eccentricity and H0 and N, diameter of the internal bearing, diameter of the external diameter, so that everything is shown. Please observe properly of this observe properly these bearings. Okay, so another I shown single contact bearings. Okay, and hydraulic contact. See, one more lubrication system I will show that. See, this is the figure. So now you see that the thrust axial bearings, you see that figures, thrust axial bearings. These bearings carry the only axial loads only. See that how that load is going to be applied over there on the shaft, load P. That is a single collar thrust bearing, only one collar will be there. Here multiple collars will be there, multiple collars also. Thrust or axial loads we can apply over this. Okay. Another one more thing, we can see that radial thrust bearings. In radial thrust bearings, radial load will be there, axial force will be there. See, I told earlier classification also very clear. I told that the bearings, at the same time the shaft is rotating, one force is acting, that is FA, that is axial load. Another load is going to be acting on that shaft, that is radial force. Okay, that is that very clearly how that forces is acting on the radial thrust bearings. You please see properly. Bearings classification based on type of the lubrication. Based on type of the lubrication. The type of lubrication means the extent to which the considering surfaces are separated. So types of lubrication. thick film lubrication, thin film lubrication, boundary lubrication. So see that very clearly. I am going to showing that pictures over there. You please see that thick film lubrication. See how that thick film will be there. Here you can clearly observe this 1.4A thick film lubrication, 1.4B thin film lubrication. See that the difference of that lubrication I am showing over there. Okay, and then boundary lubrication. How that boundary lubrications are there. You please clearly you can see that over there. Okay, next we will see that. Next, thick film lubrication means this generally this we are going to the thick film thickness is 8 to 20 micrometers. Okay, typical values of coefficient of friction 0.02 to 0.010 for hydraulic lubrication is coming under this category. Where is that minimum is the case. Okay, another thin film lubrication. What is that thin film lubrication? Here thin film lubrication I shown that figures earlier. Once again you go through it. So metal to metal contact does not exist. So here the surfaces are separated by thin film lubricant. At some high spots metal to metal contact does not exist. So another one more condition is that because the internal contacts the mixed film lubrication surface wear is mild, very mild will be there. Sorry, the coefficient of friction commonly ranges from 0.004 to 0.10. That is called as thin film lubrication. So that is the coefficient of friction. Earlier also I told thick film lubrication 0.002 to 0.010. So that is that. Okay, here also boundary lubrication will be there. I am going to showing that picture. Now you see that properly observe that hydrodynamic lubrication and boundary lubrication. Here the contact continues extensive. Okay, the contact will be the more and more with the bearing and that shaft. So the lubricant continuously seamed to the surfaces. So provides a continuously renewed absorbed surface film. So what is that here coefficient of friction? This is also called as the Stieback equation 0.05 to 0.20. Okay, that is that. See that bearing modulus and mixed film lubrication and hydrodynamic lubrication, boundary lubrication, coefficient of lubrication versus bearing modulus. So here we compared both. Here boundary lubrication is the top one, mixed is there in between that, hydrodynamic is continuous. By seeing of this figure we can conclude that how that boundary lubrication will occur in that sliding contact bearings. So now again according to that classification based on lubrication mechanism will be there. What is that mechanism? First one we are classified hydrodynamic lubrication bearings, hydrostatic lubrication bearings and elasto-hydrodynamic lubricated bearings, boundary lubricated bearings, solid film lubricated bearings. Okay, all these things. The operating ranges of different lubrication mechanisms are depreciated by Stieback equation. So now we see that coefficient of friction versus non-dimensional factor, that is called as non-dimensional factor is also called as bearing modulus. Now that we will see that two figures of hydrodynamic lubricated bearings. See that so many I am going to showing different bearings. The bearing outer one and inner one we are going to showing that H minimum, H naught, P max, maximum load, D, what is the diameter of the bearing, what is the diameter of the journal, that is equal to what is that angle, E sin phi. So theta we are going to finding out. So all these things clearly I am going to showing over here. Please see that. So internal journal will be there and bearing will be there. So okay, in the bearing the journal is going to be rotating. Okay, that is that. Shaft diameter journal is there and d1 is equal to d2, and thick this is that force, where that force is going to be acted on the bearing. So all these things we can easily learn about by seeing of that figure. You see that, okay. Now that is the nomenclature of the bearing. So now we will see that hydrostatic lubrication bearing. Hydrostatic lubrication bearings, you see that hydrostatic lubrication bearings, one orifice will be there, the lubrication will enter and it will come out, and that the bearing is going to be lubricated. So that this bearing is called as hydrostatic lubricated bearings. So externally pressurized lubricant is fed into the bearings to separate that separate. Means bearing and shaft we are going to providing lubricant. Over there the shaft and bearing is separated. Over there thick film lubricant we are going to sending. So it is going to be rotating in that bearing. So over there we are going to reducing the friction. To require the motion, generate the lubrication film. Hence we are going to operate very low speed to high speed for hydrostatic lubrication bearings. Now we can see that elasto-hydrodynamic lubricant. Rolling contact bearings, generally what is the category? The oil film thickness is very small. So if the oil film thickness is very small, then only the shaft is going to be rotated in the bearing. So why we are going to doing all the things? We want to prevent that metal to metal contact. We have to prevent that metal to metal contact to surface finish, or to be high quality. So then the lubrication, we can see the gears, rolling contact bearings, cams, all these things. Hydrostatic lubrication, elasto-hydrodynamic lubricating bearings. So we are going to see rolling contact bearings, cams, gears, okay, all these things. We can see that this type of lubrication bearings. Another one more I am going to seeing that you please clearly you can observe that first we are going to showing gears, two gears. Between the two gears we have to lubricate it, otherwise friction will be developed and gears will be damaged. And that rolling contact bearings we are going to see. Inside of the bearing we are arranged that balls. That's why it is called as rolling contact bearings. Another one is cam. I shown over there, camshaft in IC engine. So now we will see that boundary lubricated bearings. In boundary lubricated bearings, when the speed of the bearing is inadequate, or whether it is high speed or less speed, so quantity of the lubricant deliver bearing load may increase or may decrease. So lubrication temperature resulting it will result that it will drop. Okay, either it will be increased or it will be decreased. That temperature drop will be there because of formation of thick film lubrication, and we can in this bearings boundary lubrication system, metal to metal contact will be the more. Metal to metal contact means shaft and bearing contact will be the more. So that's why temperature will be high or temperature will be the low. So this bearings situations called as this type of bearings are called as boundary lubricated bearings. Now we will see that solid film lubrication bearings. Solid film lubrication bearings. For example, you see that temperature operation ordinary mineral oils are not satisfied. So solid film lubrication such as graphite, molybdenum, or combinations, okay, and high temperature it can be withstand. Generally bearings common in furnace applications, solid film furnace applications. In ball bearings also we are going to applying this solid film lubrication system. Titanium bearings, liquid metal handling system, hard drawing mills, we can use this type of bearings. Okay, this is that about classification. So next class we will discuss about journal and sleeve bearings. Thank you. చాలా సేపు చెప్పినట్టు